Good evening, everyone. Sorry, it's a bit late. Yeah, I've been away with work for the day and travelled a long way. So we're here now. What time is it? 20 past 11. So we're going to try and make this short and sweet. Um, yeah, well, it'll be short. I'm not sure how sweet it'll be for those that are watching along with me this evening or watching back on Tuesday at some point. Most likely, a lot of people will be doing that. Um, right, just a couple of things to go through. Yeah, you may have seen over the last few days there was unfortunately some issues with some people deciding to use the website as a platform to spread some hate, and yeah, we don't like it. There's no need for it. So yeah, we've worked out who one of the people are. We think there's another one. Um, yeah, we won't condone it. Yeah, it's horrible to have to see it, and especially when it's using other members of the community to effectively target for using their name, etc. I've just realised.
There we go. That's better. Um, yeah, so yeah, just unfortunate. Yeah, we're working on it with the guys from Gaffer to try and just filter out anything like that that happens again, kind of like how you see on the FPL website. Um, but yeah, all of any teams that are using anything derogatory, offensive to anyone, yeah, we're just not having it. We don't like it. It's not. It's not with the spirit of the game. It was a horrible thing to have to wake up to on Friday morning. Yeah, especially when we put in so much hard work and then see that. Yeah. Anyway, on to the good stuff. Good evening. I'll catch up tomorrow. I'm off to bed. Night night, Jack. Good night, mate. Evening. Who is with me? I've got Glasto here and Addy. Oh, it's basically the normal people here with me this evening. So we're just gonna do a quick run through of the injuries. There's obviously not much to go by with like European fixtures and everything. So there's still a bit of time for that. I know that Gills David asked me to just quickly have a look at the fixture schedule for Man United and for Leeds. So there we go. So we've got their game week 36 fixture against Norwich, then PSV in the first leg in the midweek, then the game week 37 of their first fixture against Liverpool. Um, then the following midweek, they play PSV. Then there is no games the following weekend because that's the weekend of the FA Cup final. So Bolton happens in the following midweek, so 7 days after the second leg of the Champions League. So for United, they play PSV in the middle of double game week 37, and then for Leeds, um, they have an extra game in double game week 37. They actually play 4 games during the double game week. So they play Arsenal in game week 36, then Roma in the midweek between now and 37. And then game week 37, they play Leicester. And then in the midweek, they play the second leg against Roma. Then they play Wolves in the FA Cup final, and then the following midweek they have the second game of double game week 37, which is Newcastle. So something to be aware of there um, with that. I mean, personally, I still think there's like a couple of Leeds players that um, worth targeting, but it's just being aware of that Newcastle fixture after the two Champions League fixtures. Especially as we won't know because they might then have a Champions League final to prepare for. Could that increase the chances of rotation against Newcastle at home? Maybe. Um, yeah, I think with the two double game weeks, I actually prefer Man United's, even though they've won the league and there's still the rotation there. I think I prefer it just because that second one's an away fixture and there's less games in between. And that Liverpool fixture looks very tasty considering they have no goalkeeper at the moment. But more on that shortly. Right, let's get straight into it. Who's here? Some more people here. Matt B, Man on Podcast, evening. Right, so let's just have a look through. Arsenal, lots of injuries now at Arsenal. Christian Bassidas has been added to the treatment table. He's out for 2 weeks of strained knee ligaments, so it'll be a game week 38 return for him. And Steve Finnan has also been added. He's got a gash leg, and if Tax was here, he'd just start going gash, gash, gash. So he's out for a week and out till 37. Jermaine Pennant obviously out for the rest of the season, as is Loren. Graham Barrett still has 3 weeks, so back for game week 38 for him. Joleon Lescott, where are we? Here still has 2 weeks, so 38 for him. And then Van Bronckhorst as well. Forgot about him. He's now orange flagged, out for a week. He's 81%, and Arsenal play on these Saturdays. They play today, so he is 81% at time of kickoff. There. Other than that, everyone else with Arsenal is all okay. Yeah, Thierry Henry surprised a lot of people because he was red flagged, and then just decided that he was fit in that day between then kickoff, and because we did the spinner, we couldn't give you Thierry Henry. Oh, yeah, it caused some nightmares for some people pre-deadline. Yeah, luckily it didn't go crazy in Hull in that game. Right, on to the Villa, who have no new injury news. Dion Dublin is still out. He's still got 10 days, so it's going to be game week 38, maybe 37 at a push, but I think it's more likely game week 38. Richard Rufus still has a game left on his ban. Gary Wright actually comes back from his loan next week. He's been at Stockport. He comes back in game week 37 there. But everyone else with Aston Villa, all okay. On to Blackburn. Only thing new with them, Martin Taylor is 77%. Blackburn play today. Ragnvald, Soma, still out for 3 weeks. It's a game week 38 for him. But everyone else with Blackburn, all okay. On to Bolton. If anyone has got questions, if you get them in, and then I'll go through them at the end. I'll quickly flick through. We try and get this, power through this, and then I'll go through any questions anyone has at the end. Right, with Bolton. Chris Lucketti is the only one. He's out till game week 37, but he is 90%. Bolton play on the Saturday. Does everyone play on the Saturday? No, Coventry and Everton on the Monday, Sunderland, Watford on the Sunday, Tottenham, Bradford on the Sunday, everyone else on the Saturday. Yes, it's just Chris Lucketti, who's 90%. Everyone else all okay. Bo Hansen returning from his suspension. On to the Bradford. What is new with Bradford? Lee Mackle and Steve McMahon. Low condition, Lee Mackle 85%, Steve McMahon 85%, but they play on the Sunday against Spurs. Andy Myers is suspended. He returns in game week 37. Bjorn Gunnarsson is a doubt. He's orange flagged. He's out for a few days still. It's a game week 37. He's 90% there. That's everything with Bradford. I doubt anyone's really interested in their assets, to be fair. On to Chelsea and a couple of new injuries here. So Mario Melchior obviously out for the rest of the season. Mikkel Forsell is out for a few days, so he's out till game week 37. And William Gallas, who I know is kicking about in a few teams, is out for 2 weeks, so he'll be back in 38. It's probably, well, it is a sell. Yeah, any Chelsea defence, yeah, you're going to sell, and I don't think you're going to get them back, even though it's Norwich on the last day. It is an away fixture, although, yeah, Chelsea are probably one of those defences you can count on away from home. But probably better fixtures and assets to go for. So yeah, Gallas is probably a sell. For sell, maybe a sell as well. It might be an opportunity to move on to a double game week player. Right, Coventry City. Jay Bothroyd has picked up an injury. He's out for 3 weeks, so game week 38 for him. John Fitzgerald, still 2 weeks. It's game week 38 for him. Paul Telfer still has 2 games left. It's game week 38 for him. And Scott Walker, orange flag now, out for a few more days. He's 90%. So game week 37 for him. On to Everton. Jason McAteer is still 1 yellow from a suspension. And David Unsworth is 61% with a week to go. So game week 37 return for David Unsworth, but I think a lot of people sold him last week after his injury. Everyone else all okay with Everton. On to Ipswich Town. Only one that's new for them is Gary Breen. Begins a 3-match English ban, which sees the end of his season. Ipswich only have 3 games left. So yeah, Breen owners, time to sell. All 2 of you, if there's that many. On to Leeds, and there's an injury here. Robbie Keane is out for a week with a strained neck. So game week 37 for him. He's 90%. Everyone else is all okay. Kind of Leeds are probably one of those teams you want some injuries in the midfield just to give you a shape of what they're going to play, especially with that double coming up. Walker of Coventry played last week, so might play this week. Yes, that is true, especially with all their other injuries. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, if his stats still look better, like if the AI thinks that his stats, despite being injured, are better than the other available players, then he'll get played. Which, yeah, being Coventry, it's probably likely. Right, on to Leicester. Matt Elliott is out for a few days with a bruised head. So it's game week 37. He's 90%. Gary Rowett injured till the end of the season. Boateng isn't in the game. Only other news from them is Guy Branston got himself in a pickle again. He's got 1 match English ban. So he misses game week 38. So you Branston owners out there, keep that in mind. Got to get rid of him for 38. On to Liverpool. Plenty of injuries here, and it makes a good reading, I think, for targeting United in the double game week, especially defenders probably. So first of all, let's out of curiosity, was the Robbie Keane injury before their game week 35 game? Let's have a quick look. No, it was during the match. No, it wasn't. It's not there. How strange. He was injured during training, so I don't know. Yeah, and we obviously, when we sim from kick-off of game week to kick-off of game week. You don't stop it in the middle. So have a look through, because it's just no point doing it. So yeah, don't know. On to Liverpool, right? Daniel Sholand obviously out till the end of the season. Veergaard Hegem is out for a few days with a dead leg, so he's 90%. He's game week 37 for him. Emil Heskey is out for 2 weeks with a twisted ankle, so it's a game week 38 for him. Jari Litmanen has a future suspension coming up. Where is he? There he is. So misses 1 game, which is game week 38. So he's available till then. Michael Owen is out for 10 days with a twisted knee. England's 3-3 draw with Spain in a warm-up for the Euros. Kieran Dyer got 2. Cool. How many players in that lineup in the starting 11 played for Liverpool or Leeds at some Liverpool, Leeds, or Man United in their careers? I think it's only Kieran Dyer that hasn't. Or did Kieran Dyer? Where did he start? Oh, he started off at Ipswich, didn't he? Yeah, Ipswich, then Newcastle. Yeah, Liverpool, Leeds, Man United. Sure. Oh no, Stephen Hughes didn't. I thought he came from Leeds. Yeah, lots of. How's Beck's doing at Milan? Anyway, yeah. So where were we? Oh, in 10 days. So it's game week 38 for Michael Owen there. And then Chris Kirkland begins his 3-match ban. So that is the end of Chris Kirkland's season. But as we can see, just scroll down, they have no goalkeepers. So it will be a greyed out player playing in goal. The player that, oh, yeah, this guy, Dave Atkinson, who we can't click on, it seems to be the most likely to come in and replace him, number 51. So yeah, we can't look at his stats. Yeah, we'll add him to the game. I think 0.5 less than Kirkland. So, but he won't get added to the game until yeah, game week 37. So yeah, you'll have him for Man United away. Doesn't seem to be too appealing, really. Yeah. Let's just resort that. Cool. Right, on to Middlesbrough. Oh, yeah, Man City. All okay. Mears isn't in the game. Yeah, all okay at Man City. Middlesbrough. Charlie Miller is low condition. He's 90%. Middlesbrough play today in the game. Southgate still 1 yellow from a suspension there. Everyone else okay at Middlesbrough. Right, on to Man United with the double game week coming up. And Dwight Yorke is injured. He is out for 2 weeks with a twisted knee. So he will be available for the second game of game week 37. And I reckon he'll play because, he won't have featured in. There'll be other players that would have played in Europe. You'd expect it to be Scholes or Cole, I'm guessing. More likely Cole up front. Does that. I think it makes it harder. It makes it harder to punt on like Andy Cole or Paul Scholes because you don't know now. I think York would have been the one I might have just punted on, and would have probably been a triple captain shout. I think now I think all roads lead to Ruud now, and just gambling that he plays both. 37B for York. Kevin Moffat still got 1 day left with his damaged heel, so still 37. He's 90%. Roy Keane. Where's Roy Keane? Begins his suspension for 10 yellow cards. It's just a 1-match ban though, so it returns in 37. And Ugo Ekiog begins his suspension. Roy Keane's was continuing a 2-match ban. Ugo Ekiog's begins his 1-match ban, so returns in 37 as they get a rest, which is interesting. Darren Fletcher's a doubt till the second game at 37. He's 78% at the moment. So a few interesting things to take away from there. I think York's injury just makes it all roads lead to Ruud. He's been disappointing though this season, hasn't he? Like considering what we're used to from him, I think last season he scored or returned in every single home game, and we haven't had that sort of consistency this year. Just made him hard to own at his price tag. Right, on to Newcastle. Kyle Court out for a few days. He's 85%. So game week 37 for him. And Seth Johnson out for 2 weeks with a chest injury. So it's game week 38 for him. On to Norwich. Just work down my list. Adam Drury. It's 2 weeks. It's a game week 38 for him. Matt Jackson. Orange flagged, a few days, so it's 37. He's 90%. Malky Mackay. 10 days with a twisted knee. Game week 38 for him. Paul McVeigh. 10 days with damaged foot. So again, game week 38 for him. And Daryl Such. A few days with strained ligaments. He's 90%. It's 37. Game week 37, not 37%. He's 90%. Game week 37. On to Sunderland. Just 3 players on low condition with Sunderland. Ben Clark on 87%, Bernd Haas on 87%, and Jamie Ashdown on 88%. All the other players that are low condition or injured aren't in the game. KP 100% there. After last week, the race for that golden boot has got a bit tighter with Viduka getting his hat trick. Right, Spurs, who are in a lot of trouble now with 3 games to go. Christian Ziege is out for 10 days with a gashed leg, so he'll return in game week 38. Could they be relegated by then? I don't know. Stephen Clements still got 3 weeks to go for him. So it's game week 38 for him. Totter and Martin Wood both low condition on 89%, but Spurs have got a day to go till their fixture at home to Bradford, which I'd imagine is probably a must-win for them. Yeah, they can't afford to drop any more points at all. They have to take 3 points against Bradford, I imagine. Right, and on to Watford finally. Lloyd Doyley is 86%. Watford play on Sunday against Sunderland. It's Doyley 86%. Marcus Gale has picked up an injury. He's out for 3 weeks, so it's game week 38 for him. So Marcus Gale is out. Stephen Glass is out for a month with a groin strain, so his season is most likely over. Yeah, it's not. He might be orange flagged by game for week 38, but no one cares anyway. Stuart Morrison, 89%. Gifton Williams, obviously end of the season. Barry Walker is orange flagged, out for 10 days. It's game week 38 for him. He's 90%. And Gary Walsh is just always tired, sitting on the bench, 83%. It's those filling the water bottles is hard work. So that is all of the injury news. Yeah, let's have a quick look at that bottom of the table. So yeah, Watford on 28, Spurs on 29, Leicester on 30, Norwich on 31, Coventry on 32. I'd probably say Blackburn are almost safe along with Bolton. But yeah, you think Spurs have got Bradford, Arsenal, and then Leicester on the final day. Watford have got Sunderland, Norwich, and Liverpool. Leicester have Liverpool, Leeds, and Spurs. Now, could yeah, that's one of Spurs' only hopes. That, like Leicester, those 2 games are going to be struggle to get some points from there. Norwich, likewise, Man United, Watford away, and then Chelsea at home. So Norwich are also in trouble. I think it will go down to the last day, and I reckon. I don't think. I think I've got a funny feeling there could be 5. Any of those bottom 5, I reckon, going to the last day could need to win. And obviously Spurs v Leicester, it's kind of almost like a shootout, a final day shootout between the two of them, potentially, depending on the results. Yeah, with those fixtures, yeah, Peter Carter, Leicester, Norwich, and Watford. I think, yeah, looking at the fixtures for the 3 of them, they've probably got the hardest fixtures out of the 3. I think if Spurs can beat Bradford at home, I think they stay up. Yeah, beats Bradford at home and then somehow get a result. They've got the home fixtures for Leicester, but yeah, it's going to make an interesting game week 38. Yeah, plenty of teams in trouble, and all it takes is for Bolton and Blackburn. Yeah, Bolton have, I mean, they've got the game in hand, so probably not so much Bolton, but Blackburn. Yeah, just takes a heavy loss to Middlesbrough and then a loss to Middlesbrough at home and then a loss to Newcastle away, and then they could be kind of stuck in there as well. Another interesting one for the last 3 game weeks. Kevin Phillips and Mark Viduka both on 22 goals, racing for the Golden Boot. Yeah, you'd probably have Mark Viduka as the slight favourite with the extra game to play. Yeah, it'd be interesting with those two who yeah, outscores who in those final 4 games, or 4 games for Viduka, 3 games for Phillips. Svensson and Hendry and Tariko, Hughes, Zenden, Veron all in the race with the assists. Let's have a quick flick through these. These don't change much now because there's so much data there that if anything significant to change, it takes loads. So yeah, still best average rating, just not done it this season. Picks up BPS still, but yeah. That's team of the week for last week. Viduka with his hat trick. Yeah, we had Viduka, we had Zenden. Did we have Ekiog as well? I think we had Ekiog as well. I think we had Ryderson. Did we have Omri? No, we didn't have Omri. Yeah, so what time is it? 23:53. I said we'd be done by midnight. Anyone got any questions? If not, then yeah, I'm gonna try and get the. Oh, this is what I need to do because I'm in the running for goal scorer challenge. And before I look at the sim, I need to send my picks to Cobbler, and I always tell him I'll do it before the stream, and I've been rushing around. So, who do we think is going to score this week? Cheers, Pete. Who do we think is going to score this week? Chelsea, Blackburn, Middlesbrough. Ugh. One of the Man City strikers. I think I've already had Phillips, Sabon, Medina. Yeah, I had Phillips. Have I had Sabon yet? Yeah, I've had Sabon. Or Libra. Fuck it. I haven't had Libra yet. Yeah, Addy said it. Yeah, let's go. There we go. I'll send that to Cobbler now. First time I've done it live on the stream. Right. Yeah, so now I can have a look at the sim. When we've come off, we'll get the leak to Scarface tonight so that it comes out in the morning. Website will be updated as well this evening. Yeah, everything will be ready and up to date, and hopefully Scarface giving you the leak by like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Stream as normal from 8 o'clock on Thursday. They'll obviously, I think there was a deadline space for the first time in ages last week, and then yeah, 3 weeks to go. Then the double game week next week, and then the big game week 38 in 3 weeks time, and then just another reminder to come and join us on the 8th of October from pretty much any time on that Saturday afternoon. We'll be at the Temple Brew House in Temple in London, officially starting from 3 o'clock, but I expect a few of us will probably be there, maybe even earlier for the early fixture, the lunchtime game that day. I know a few people are kicking about. There's a chat on the Discord dedicated to the meetup if you're looking for accommodation and stuff, because there's a few people looking to share accommodation costs. So yeah, it'd be great to see as many of you as possible. I know that Chris or FPL captain's looking forward to meeting some more faces from the community, sharing a beer, sharing some memories over the first 3 seasons, and just celebrating everything we as a community have achieved with the game. I think it's been brilliant to chat to you through streams, through Discord, through Twitter, through Spaces and everything. And yeah, it'd be nice to share a beer and just have just a little celebration of now that there's a lot of pretty much back to normal now. So yeah, let's celebrate it all and yeah, see where we go after the end of season 3. Cheers for those that have joined me in the chat. Yeah, there's a few of you there. Then those that are listening on Tuesday or watching on Tuesday or Wednesday, cheers for tuning in, and we shall see